Hello, dear students, welcome to our new class again. Today we will discuss the poem Postcard from Kashmir by Agha Shahid Ali. Agha Shahid Ali was an Indian American Kashmiri poet. He was born on 4th February 1949 in New Delhi. He got his education from University of Arizona. And his famous works are, his collections include A Walk Through the Yellow Pages, The Half-Inch Himalayas, A Nostalgia Map of America, The Country Without a Post Office, Room Are Never Finished, the latter a finalist for the National Book Award in 2001. And he was died 8th December 2001. Now we will talk about the theme of the poem Postcard from Kashmir. Through this poem, the poet tries to focus on the sentiments of the people of the Kashmir. Nostalgia for the motherland is the central theme of the poem. Poet is seeking for quest for identity. Now we will discuss line to line of the poem Postcard from Kashmir. Home is where the heart is. It is glaring clear that the poet's heart belongs to Kashmir, his homeland as well as a region in South Asia that suffers from ongoing territorial disputes among China, India and Pakistan. The poem Kashmir shrinks into my mailbox, my home a neat 4 by 6 inches. I always loved neatness. Now I hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. This is home, and this the closest I will never be to home. When I return, the colors won't be so brilliant. The Jhelum's water so clean, so ultramarine, my love so overexposed, and my memory will be a little out of focus in it, a giant negative black and white, still undeveloped. The word shrinks in Kashmir, shrinks into my mailbox, line first, suggests that the real grandeur Kashmir diminishes to the tiny, delicate pictures printed on the postcard. Home, line 2. Normally speaking, refers to a place where people are currently living in. Postcards are usually sent from a place people spend their holidays on. Yet interestingly, for this time, the poet receives a postcard from his home, Kashmir. Apparently, the speaker has lost touch with his homeland. The 4 by 6 inch postcard simply evokes his memories towards his birthplace. The poet highlights that he always loved neatness. Line 3. The adjective neat refers not only to the regular shape of the postcard but also the neat and harmonious Kashmir in the poet's memory. In line 3, the use of the past tense for the first and only time in poem reveals that war torn Kashmir is no longer as calm and peaceful as it used to be. The speaker then switches his focus to the mere half-inch Himalayas, which is in reality the most gigantic and iconic mountain range in the world. The poet deliberately uses the same kind of contrast to express the wide distance between Kashmir and where the speaker is. Internal rhyme: inches, neatness, and Himalayas. This is the internal rhyme of the poem. There is alliteration also in this poem, as hold, half inch, Himalayas, and hand. The tone of the poem is getting increasingly serious and emotional from line 5th. This is home, and this is the closest I will ever be to home. Line 5 to 6. What a powerful rhetorical repetition that emphasizes poet's deep affection towards a land he loves. Next, we will talk about irony. Irony, the word closest. It is saddening to know that the poet yearns to be home, but the chance to do so is thin. The poet continues to build up a bitter mood of imagining what Kashmir will be like when he returns. Torn by wars, Kashmir would not be so colorful. Bloodshed Jhelum's water would not be so clean and ultramarine anymore. The repeated use of so in lines 7 to 10 intensifies that the poet's pity and lament for destruction of Kashmir. His emotion reaches the climax at my love so overexposed, line 9 to 10. The poet intentionally separates so overexposed from my love in order to achieve a rhetorical emphasis on his patriotic sentiment. Overexposed show how overwhelming the poet's nostalgic love to Kashmir is in a somehow distorted and explicit manner, just like a piece of photography that are overexposed. Too much light, giant and negative. The two adjectives help contrast the shrunken, idealized Kashmir in the postcard with the giant grim one in reality. Black and white. A metonymy for things happened in the past. It contrasts the stark color on the postcard. The last sentence of the poem is filled with quite a number of commas. This structure reflects that memories are just piece of flashbacks and feelings that tangle together. However enchanting his memories are, they are indeed messy and will gradually fade. On a final note, one should pay attention to the number of lines in this free verse poem. Surprisingly, there are actually 14 lines, which are identical to that in Shakespearean sonnet, a traditional format for love poems. In Shakespearean sonnets, we have 14 lines. It is glaringly clear that the ultimate of the poem is to channel the poet's unbounded patriotic love to Kashmir, the place he is proud to call it home. So, friends, this is the poem, a critical appreciation, a brief analysis of the poem Postcard from Kashmir.